Hi everybody, it's Coach JP from Hook and Cross Fitness again. Today I'm going to show you a couple of exercises to help you with your rotator cuffs and your shoulders. So quite often people have problems in it, like it feels like deep inside the shoulder. You have a lot of problems when you're pressing, like bench pressing, particularly fighters when they're punching. There's a lot of shoulder movement. Pad holders like myself, coaches, when we're holding the pads and taking a lot of shots with our hands, to our hands, it take a lot of impact in the shoulders, and that can build up over time. And if not treated, it just gets worse and worse. And I've had a lot of success with this particular trio of exercises, so I can recommend them to you. And all you're going to need is a resistance tube, like one of the flat bands, a handled resistance bar, resistance loop, anything that's stretchy like this works just fine. So here are the three exercises. You need a bit of tubing or resistance band or whatever you're going to use. It needs to be about 1 meter long. The first one we're going to do, we're going to keep the band in our hands with our hands just slightly inside our shoulders, about this width, keeping it right in front of the chest. I'm going to grip loosely. We're going to turn our thumbs out, so we're pointing kind of thumbs to the side wall. And then we're going to open our hands out like this. So you want to try and keep your elbow in close to your body so you can rotate out like this. And you're going to rotate out. When you get to the outside, then you're going to push or pull, depending on your perspective, all the way out to this position. Bring the bands back in, elbows tucked to your waist, and then pull it back into the front. Okay, so again, rotate the thumbs out, push them out to the wall. Bring them back in, or back to the front. Thumbs out, try and keep those elbows tight to the ribs. Push all the way out, keeping those thumbs leading towards the wall. Back in, elbow, back down in front of them. The second exercise we're going to do is similar to the first one, except we're going to start with our hands about shoulder width apart. We want a little bit of tension on the band, okay? So we want to put our hands inside where we started before, but pull them out. So now our hands are sort of parallel with our shoulder. Arms are going to start straight. You can see that I start to get some tension here. And then I'm going to raise my arms up in a Y shape and pull my arms apart until they're a little bit just above my head. Come all the way back down with my hands in here. Okay, so from the side, you'll see my hands are out in front. I've got the tension. I start to bring my hands up. I pull them out. And up above my head. Now notice, I don't go sort of past this point. I want my hands slightly in front of my head. I bring them back down. That's it. So I don't want to bring my hands past my head. I don't want to go too much into rotations, over rotation on that part of the exercise. Okay, the last part of the exercise, you're going to need to anchor your band to something. In this case, we're going to use this heavy band here. What you're going to do, anchor it. You're going to hold it with your thumbs up, with the ends of the band like this. Take a step back, and I'm going to sort of turn my back towards you because the effort is right here in between the shoulder blades. So you want to pull the shoulder blades together like this and squeeze the shoulder blades together as if you're trying to crack a walnut between your shoulder blades, the middle of your back, and then let it back out again. You really want to focus on the middle of the back being the driver of the exercise. And back in again. A lot of people are going to want to do this, but they're pulling. It's really kind of like a drag curl almost for the biceps. We definitely don't want that. We want to initiate the motion with the middle of the back here. So from the side, you can see middle of the back is driving the motion. I'm trying to get my elbows to touch behind my back. Obviously they can't, but that's the goal you're going for. Yeah, almost no tension in my biceps and arms. Okay, so those are 3 exercises. We do them mostly daily. I find that these muscles are very small muscles. They tend to recover quickly, but not if you overtax them. So if you're putting a lot of tension and strain on them, it's actually going to retard your recovery. So something nice and light like this resistance band is just about right. I like to work 3 different sets, rep ranges. I like to work in sort of like 8 to 10. And then I like a 12 to 15, and then go up into the 20s, so sort of building up a little bit more endurance over time, and then give myself a little bit of recovery, and then go back and repeat those cycles. So if I'm doing reps of about 8 to 10, I want to be Nice and slow, really under a lot of control. And when I'm working the 20s, I really want to be fatiguing the muscle like this. Okay, so I hope that helps. Those 3 exercises done daily, every other day. For those kind of rep ranges, cycle through the rep ranges and see how your recovery goes. It's going to take time for this to recover. It takes a long time to recover for shoulders. So don't sort of like jump straight back into bench pressing or anything like that. Go easy on the shoulder. You can continue to do your other exercises, but obviously don't be overloading the shoulders. No military presses with 225 pounds or anything crazy like that, okay? Pad holders. I recommend if you're having shoulder problems with your pads and you're catching punches as a pad holder, turn your body into the punch and lock your shoulder in here so that your shoulder is forward the same way it would be if you were throwing a punch. And that way your shoulder takes a little bit less damage if you kind of hold your hand back here and your hand is over rotated here. The other thing is, if you like the t-shirt, this is available from Hook and Cross Shop. That's our power line.